So GMO labeling, this is the pro side argument. So you guys may say something like this in a debate round, and I need y'all to respond to this. The pro side will argue as the following: GMO labeling will reduce anxieties of GM foods in the international marketplace. Separating GM foods with non-GM foods will bring more stability in the industry. Okay? GMO labeling will not be initiated by the producers, so the government needs to step in. Unless you make it mandatory, unless you force them to do so, producers are not going to just go ahead and be willing to jump ahead and add more costs to their production. They're not willing to do that, so it has to be mandated by law. That's going to be the pro side argument. And the example that I gave you during class, if you remember, was the Shinramen incident. Where, did I not mention this? Or it's in the recorded lecture, okay? So maybe I probably explained it to the next group. But Shinramen in Korea, you guys know what that is, right? It's pretty famous, the red package. It is like the Korean noodle, the instant noodles. And they were trying to obviously export it to different countries. And you can see it in the US markets. Like, so if you go to Walmart or whatever, you'll see Shinramen there. They'll have just English writing instead of Korean. But yeah, Korean companies, food like Shinramen, Nongshim, they'll make Shinramen, they'll sell it, they'll want to sell it to different countries, so they'll try to export. Now, for the US, they don't have any labeling requirements, so they don't care. As long as it's good, tasty, and the price is right, then people will buy it. And if more people buy it, then they'll put more of it on the shelves. So, like when I was, in university years, when I was in college, it was hard for me to find Korean noodles in Walmart or in whatever these like American shops. But now apparently they have a dedicated section just on Korean noodles. So that's a big leap. Like for me, I had to go to the Korean market to get Korean food, but now it's for instant noodles like ramen. Yeah, you can just get it in Walmart now, and they would have shelves and shelves stacked up. Now, the point that I was trying to make was Korea, Nongshim wanted to sell obviously to other countries too, and one of them was Turkey. Okay, Turkey, and we're trying to sell it to Turkey. And the Korean laws with regards to how much ingredients, GM ingredients you can put into the food was more relaxed, more lenient than Turkey. So Korea had 10%, said as long as you don't go over 10%, you're fine. Turkey was 5%. So when Nongshim made their product in Korea, they were abiding by the Korean law, and there was nothing illegal about how they made their ramen, their instant noodles. But once they tried to ship it over to Turkey, Turkey got it and said, hey, we got to check it in the lab to make sure it's following our regulations, our requirements. And they're like, oh, it's over 5%. Why? Because Korean was 10. So obviously, if it falls between 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, then it's against the law according to Turkey's law, right? Does that make sense? So they had to chuck it. They threw it away. They couldn't buy it. Why? Because it went over their limit, and they said, we can't put this on the shelves, so we're going to throw it away. Unless you come up with an export version that meets our standards, then we can't take your product. So that's kind of one of the COD examples that we can use. And this will be something that the pro side can offer to the con side, saying, hey, it will bring more stability. And, separating it will probably help Turkey make an informed decision as to why they want to buy it or not. Like if they want it, then just check the labels and say, oh yeah, you have more than we can allow. So you need to change some of these ingredients and make sure that we can put these on our shelves. So in that regard, it brings more stability. It reduces anxieties in the international marketplace. And this is an argument offered by the pro side. How would the con side respond to this? Go for it.